Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to yoga. This is a gentle yoga class, and my name is Mitzi. And I'm glad you could join us today. If you have not been here before, this class is as it sounds. We try to stay pretty gentle. That doesn't mean we're not going to work, though. It just means that we're not going to do a lot of fast-moving things where we're going up and down and jumping around, right? Everything is going to be nice and slow and controlled and help to improve our strength, which will help to improve our joints. It's going to help improve bone density. It's going to help improve flexibility, range of motion. It can help to ease chronic pain, and the list goes on and on and on. So if you're new to this, just listen to your body. If you're not new to this, you've been doing it for years, listen to your body, right? That's always the key. Do whatever you can. If there's something that you just cannot do, it's okay. Just back out of that posture, rest for a few minutes, or use one of the modifications I show, and then we'll rejoin with the next one. All right, so today I have my mats down and my water, but I'm also going to grab myself a little towel. If you have like a hand towel or a kitchen towel or like that size of a towel, or if you actually have a yoga strap or a belt or tie, that works too. So if you could run and get that, I'm going to grab my towel. And we will use this in some of the stretches today. You don't have to have it, but for example, today we're going to do a stretch with cow's face. It's called where we take our arm over our head. It's really tough to reach your hands. There are some people that can do it, but it's difficult to do so. So when we use the towel or the strap, it helps give us something to hold on to and helps pull us into the stretch a little deeper. So you won't need that yet, so you can put that off to the side. And today we're going to start on the floor. So if you want to join me now, come on down into a seated position. And we're going to do our warm-up all on the floor. Then we'll complete 2 standing sequences of postures, and then we'll come back to the floor for the end of class. So if you're ready, please take your legs into Sukhasana, which is just crisscrossed in front. It's our seated easy pose. Place your hands on your thighs if that feels good for you. And then think about sitting up as tall as you can, reaching the crown of your head towards the sky. Good, and then if you can, close your eyes. And take some nice, slow, deep breaths here. In through your nose and out. And try to soften your face, relaxing your cheeks and your jaw. And imagine you're sitting outside. Maybe some of you are doing this outside on this beautiful day. But if you're not, imagine that you're sitting outside and the temperature is just perfect where you like it. And you're feeling the sun above your head. And as you inhale, I want you to imagine like a plant or a tree that grows in the direction of the sun. Imagine lifting the crown of your head straight up as if your spine were growing up towards the sun. And start to notice your breath, how it feels, how it sounds. And as you breathe in, where does that breath go? Is it shallow in your lungs? Or are you able to reach that breath a little deeper? Maybe feeling your rib cage or your abdomen expand. While you're breathing, take your thumbs and rub them down the pads of each of your fingers. Connect with your thumbs. And then keeping your eyes closed, open your hands wide, stretching your fingers. And then close them in. And stretch them wide. And close them in. And then shake them out. And wiggle your toes. Are you still sitting tall, stretching your head to the sun? Slowly open your eyes, and let's add some arms. On our inhale, let's reach our arms to the sky, looking up if it feels good. And then on an exhale, close the arms back to the floor, dropping your chin in. And again, inhale, reach those arms high to the sky. Exhale as you lower. One more time, deep breath, inhale. And a slow exhale. Good. Let's take an add-on. Right hand, drop it down to the floor and gently press your left arm over your head. Just ease into the stretch. starting off nice and slow, and we'll gradually build intensity here. Lengthen and reach over to the other side. And then come center. We're going to pull those arms forward now. Interlace the fingers and round your back. Tuck your chin in. Feeling your upper back open up and feeling the space across your shoulder blades pull apart. Open those arms out to the side and release them behind you, fingertips to the floor, and just lift your chest. Feeling your chest expand. Good. Breathe in. Both arms go up. Both arms go down. Left hand drops to the floor. Right arm reaches. Let's do it all one more time. Over to the other side. Big, long stretch and reach. Come center. Extend your arms forward. Interlace the fingers around your upper back. And then arms come around behind you and open the chest. And then release it. Let's extend our legs now out in front of us. So straighten out those knees and find your sits bone. So readjust your backside if you need to so you feel like you're sitting up tall. Flex your ankles back. Let's take a deep breath and reach those arms up. Then let's exhale and fold over our legs. Oh, feel your lower back stretching. Feel your hamstrings stretching. Then round the spine, come up. Bend your knees and reach back into boat's pose. So our chest is lifted, our spine is long and tall. Our abdominal muscles are braced. Still warming up though, so I'm keeping my feet on the floor, but if you feel comfortable and you want to lift your feet up off the floor to increase this challenge, be my guest. Come up to an upright position. Take your fingers around behind you. I'm going to show you this from the side view. Fingertips can face forward or spin slightly out. Feet hip distance apart. We're going to lift the chest just like we did when our legs were crisscrossed. And you can choose to stay right there. Or for some of you, you may want to go the next level, and that's picking those hips up off the ground. So I'm good with either one. You can just stay with the chest expansion or add on this little upside down bridge here. Good. Then lift those or lengthen the legs back out in front of you with your hips down and bend your right knee in. And it can be next to the knee or on the opposite side. Chest lifts up tall. We're going to rotate the spine, looking into that right side, looking over the right shoulder, stretching through our back. And then we roll it back to the center and we repeat. Legs extend out. Please inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold. Round the spine, come up. Bend the knees, arms go forward, tip back into boat's pose. Bracing your abs, so we're just getting a little bit of warmth there, building in those abs, firing up those muscles, kind of waking them up here. Good. Chest lifts, hands come behind you, wing those fingers out if you need to. Lift the heart, and if you wish, pick those hips up. So you choose down or up. I'm going to choose option 1 on this side, so you see them both. If your hips are up, set them down, and then let's all extend our legs out. This time, take our left leg, cross it over or next to that knee. Right arm wraps around, look back over your left shoulder. Good spinal twist here, abdominal muscles engaged. Trying to lift up nice and tall. Good, we rotate back to the front. Good, let's move our body position into a kneeling one now. So we're going to swing those legs around and come up to all fours. Spread your fingers out nice and wide and take your knees underneath your hips. Cow and cat is next. On an inhale, we arch the back and look slightly forward. And then on an exhale, we pull the belly button up and draw our chin into our chest. Repeating that nice deep breath. Inhale, lengthen, tipping that tail. And exhale and round. Can we do that like 2 more times? Nice deep breath. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale and round. And more time. Really exaggerate each of those movements. Feel the benefit that both offer you. Exhale and round. And then come to neutral. See if you can take your left leg and shoot it back. Now, you can stay with just that. That is option one. If you'd like to go the next step with me, shoot your right arm out. So it's the opposite arm from the leg that is back. Right arm, left leg. Feeling your abdominal muscles engage, set them down, and let's switch sides. So again, it can just be the right leg, or it can be the left arm and the right leg. This is called scale or bird dog pose. Lower it down. Let's repeat. Left leg, and if you can, right arm. And set it down. And left arm, right leg, reach. One more time each way. Set it down. Left leg, and if you can, right arm. Head stays down, please. Lower it down. Left arm, right leg, if you can, reaches back. And set it down. Round back up into cat. And then I'd like you to sit back into child's pose. Arms extended. Reach your hips back towards your heels. Feeling that stretch down your lower back and around those glutes and maybe into those hamstrings. Good, we're going to come forward now into a plank. And what I want you to do is take your left leg back and see if you can spin your left arm open into a side plank. Not going to stay here long, we're still warming up, but we're really warming up the shoulder and your rib cage here. Abdominal muscles and your obliques. Come back into a straight on plank, and then if you can, chaturanga, lower, bending your elbows to the floor. Relax your hands, getting off those wrists. We lift up into Sphinx Pose. Looking forward, set those shoulders down, and feel your abdominal wall stretch. Good, staying on our elbows, I want you to lift those hips up off the ground so you're in a plank. And then if you can, lift your knees up off the ground and press your hips to the sky. This is called dolphin pose. It's a nice variation from down dog if you have any wrist issues. So I just wanted to show you it here. We will be doing it later in class, so I just wanted to preview it here. Set those knees down, press all the way back. So the next time I'm going to actually add down dog. But if you find that you like dolphin better, maybe it feels better on your wrists or your shoulders, by all means feel free to go there. If neither down dog or dolphin feels good, this pose right here, child's pose, is always okay as well. All right, let's come back forward into plank. Now let's try the other side. Extend your right leg back and see if you can spin open, reaching into a right side plank. Nice deep breath. Come back to the front, regular plank. See if you can lower to the floor slowly. Elbows down, lift up into Sphinx, extending our spine. So good for our lower backs. Good, now if you need to, you can come to dolphin, but if you can, lower the chest, hands underneath you, push up, tuck the toes, lift the knees, and press into downward facing dog. Dropping the chin into the chest, whether you're in dolphin or down dog, that looks the same. Tailbone lifts up high to the sky, and we're sinking our heels towards the ground. Now, they may not touch, they may not even be close, but you're pressing in that direction to feel that. Good, knees come back down. Let's get off those wrists, turn the thumbs up, press back into child's pose. We're going to do it one more time on each side, all of those layers. So let's try. Come forward into plank, please. Left leg goes back. Spin the left arm open. The right leg kind of wings back a little to help support you. Now, for those of you that are feeling you want more of a challenge, you can also do this on the sides of your feet. That's a hard option, but some of you might need it. Come back to plank again. For those of you that want more of a challenge, you may come to your toes. From the knees or from the toes, we chaturanga lower to the ground, and then come to Sphinx Pose here. Elbows underneath you, lengthen the spine, look forward. That one feels so good, doesn't it? Good, lower it back down and either push up, or if you can, hands underneath you, push up, and then we all find either dolphin or down dog, or of course child's pose if you need to. Drop that chin in, lift your tail, sink those heels, and breathe. So many things to remember, right? Drop those knees back to the floor, get off those wrist, thumbs to the sky. We press back into child's pose. Our last time, we just have one more of these, and then we'll come up to a standing position and get off those hands and off those knees. So let's come forward one final time here into plank. Good. Right foot spins out, open it up to the right. Side plank, really strong through that left shoulder. Remember, if this is too much, just stay in plank for a bit. We'll be right there. Come back down. See, we're right there. Chaturanga from the knees or the toes, lower. Sphinx pose, get off those wrists and extend. Relax your hands and fingers. Elongate the abdominal wall. Good, lower back down. Either press up from the hands or the elbows and press into down dog or dolphin. Tailbone lifts high to the sky. Good, now from here, wherever you're at, I want you to go ahead and pedal your heels. Just feel that a little deeper down the calf towards your Achilles. Good, last 4, 3, 2, and well done. Step your feet forward or walk your hands back, or maybe a little bit of both. In this forward folded position, your hands might be resting on your thighs, your shins, or maybe the floor like me. But either way, we want to relax those shoulders, shake your head up and down, and side to side, getting rid of some tension in your neck. Just let that head go. Good, then on an inhale, I want you to push into your shins or into your thighs and see if you can extend your back flat so that it looks like the top of a table. Abdominal muscles are braced here, shoulders down away from your ears. And really think about using your abs to support your back. Good, then round and roll it back down, releasing. Now pedal your knees right and left. Bending and straightening, kind of like we did with walking the dog, but now for those hamstrings. Beautiful. Then bend both knees and place your hands up all the way on the tops of your thighs. Round into a cat stretch, like we did kneeling, but now standing. And then extend the spine and look forward. And again, round the spine and extend. Last time, let's roll all the way up this time. Pulling up through the belly button, we reach. Crown of our head goes to the sky. And we roll the shoulders back a few times and release it down. Well done, everybody. That's our warm-up. So let's move on to our first standing sequence. If you could please leave your left foot forward for me and step your right foot back. Now, ideally, I'd like you to try to get your heel up. So maybe your foot is only back this far. Maybe your foot is all the way back. It's up to you. Of course, the further back it is, the more challenge you're going to face. So depending on how much of a challenge you need today dictates how far you put that leg back there. But we're going to prop it up. So try to lift that heel and work that calf. And then reach those arms up to the sky for me, please. Think about squeezing your right glute and see if you can push that glute forward and bend that back knee a little bit more. And that'll really help to open up this right hip flexor. Adding a balance challenge here, we're going to take those arms and put the hands together and point the index finger of each hand. Then we're going to draw those hands down like an axe across the outside of your left hip. And then reach them up at a diagonal to the right corner. Look forward at first because of balance reasons. Try it again, drop it to the outside, feel your core engage, and reach. And then if you want the balance challenge, look at your hand. Oh my gosh, that makes it 1,000,000 times harder, so be careful there. Only do what feels good. It'll be easier to look at the hand as it comes down. When you look at that hand going up at a diagonal, that's really tough. So go slow and controlled. One more time, wherever you're at. And then we'll give those toes a little break here, I promise. Good job. Bring the hands to center. Set your back heel on the ground. Now, do you have your towel? Let's see, I need to grab mine. It wasn't within reach distance of mine. I don't know about yours. But we'll go ahead and grab it if you need it. And then come back into this warrior one position. So now our back heel touches the ground. Our toes on the back foot are turned out just slightly, like towards the corner of your mat. Bend your front knee so you feel that weight pressing over that left ankle. Take the towel in your right hand and slide it down your back. reaching the elbow to the sky. Left hand, grab the towel and inchworm your fingers towards one another until you feel the stretch on both sides. So we feel a tricep stretch on the top arm, your right arm, and a shoulder stretch on your left arm, your bottom arm. Keep this left leg bent. Keep pressing your back heel to the ground. Keep squeezing your right glute and turning your right hip forward. One more breath, please. Excellent. Slowly ease the arms out of that. Set the towel down right in front of you where you'll be able to reach it for the next side. Then turn your back foot sideways and maybe inch it back a little further if you can. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see that a little bit better. Then reach your arms one front, one back, and look out over your front hand. Right out over your middle finger. It's the furthest point away from your body, so focus on that. See if you can put a little more weight into your front leg. Then we're going to take those arms, crisscross them at the bottom. Inhale. And then exhale and hold right where you started. And as you exhale and the arms come down, feel your weight pressing down. Again, drop those arms, soften your eyes. Inhale up and exhale, pressing the hands down. Can we do it once more? Staying low here, feeling the challenge that it offers your legs. Reach up and exhale. Press low. Turn your left palm to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, reach the right hand back and the left arm up. Left knee stays bent, still pressing down into that left leg as we lift and lengthen through our left torso. Now, if we truly hold that tension where we need it in the front leg, that leg will start to get a little bit tired. And that's a good sign. We're strengthening those muscles. So a little tired is good sometimes, right? Bring the arms up. That's how we get stronger. Reversing this, keep the leg bent, but drop that left arm, hand, or elbow to the thigh and reach the right arm to the sky. Now, I know a few of you out there are a little more flexible, have a little more range of motion. So if you need a deeper position for this, I invite you to bring your left hand to the floor. For me, that feels a little tight, so I'm going to stay right here with the rest of us. But feel free to go down if that feels better for you. Nice deep breath. And really feel that right rib cage open. Then we reach all the way up and lengthen. And step this right foot forward. Get off those legs, right? Shake those knees out, pedal your feet from side to side. I'm still going to face sideways so you can see this option. So now we're going to do our balance challenge. So if you need the wall or you need a chair, by all means, go ahead and go for it. If you can, we're going to pick our right heel off the ground as starting position. Find a spot in front of you to focus on. Arms out to the side if it helps you. If this is no big deal for you, then lift the whole foot up. If it's hard for you here, stay there, and every once in a while pick the foot up for a few seconds and then set it back down. And as you get stronger with your balance, you'll be able to hold the foot up longer. For those of you that like to go the next step, pick that knee up so now the knee is in line with your hip. And the last step takes the left hand to the outside of the right leg and the right hand comes back, so we add a spinal twist. You may also choose to look backwards over your back arm to make that even more challenging if you wish. And remember, we all wobble and we all have to reset sometimes and put our foot down. It's okay if it happens to you. Don't punish yourself. It happens to us all. Just reset and try again. One more breath, please. And we'll all release it down. Oh, good job. This balance postures are challenging, aren't they? Shake those hips out a little bit. Come back up to the top of your mat if you're not already there. And we're going to do that whole sequence now on the other side. So let's begin in the lunge position. This time our left leg shoots back. Once again, we want to prop up onto the toes like a kickstand. Heel is off the ground. Roll the hips ever so slightly under, squeezing this left glute, and then bend that back knee a little bit if you can to elicit that wonderful hip flexor stretch there in the left side. When you're ready, inhale, arms go overhead. Interlace the fingers, pointing the index finger of each hand. Looking straight ahead for option 1, reaching the hands to the outside of our right hip, and then up at a diagonal over our left shoulder. If that feels okay for you and you'd like to try to look down at your fingers, try that first. And then if that still feels okay, the last option looks up. Oh, that's hard. That's very challenging for most people, not everybody. Some people are just gifted with those things. But if it's challenging for you, you are not alone. It's challenging for me too. So just go slow and do what you can. We're gonna all do it one more time if we can in any of those options. Still squeezing that back left glute, correct? Correct, I heard you say yes. Bring it back in my head, you said yes. Bring it back and press your heel down. And then if you can, reach down, grab your towel. Good, if you had to move your feet to get your towel, reset your feet back into position. Left heel presses to the ground. We'll take the towel in our left hand this time and reach it down our back. And then take your right hand and reach it up. And inchworm your hands closer together if you are able. Once again, you're feeling the stretch in the top arm tricep and the bottom arm and shoulder. And you're still bending that front knee, right? And really pressing down through that back heel. Many of you will feel a calf stretch back there as well. If you squeeze your left glute and try to push your left hip forward, you'll feel your hip flexors, your iliopsoas muscles. One more breath. Great job. Release that towel. We're done with that for the standing exercises. Good. We're going to rotate our back heel now. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see that. So your front toes face forward, back foot faces sideways. Heel to arch or heel to heel alignment if you draw a straight line back. Arms come up, one front, one back. Again, this could be narrow here with this bend in the knee. It could be way out there. It could be deeper. So just make sure this front knee stays over the ankle. All right, breathe in and breathe out. Shoulders relax. Good. Lower the hands down. Inhale, crisscross, and then as you exhale, see if you can press a little bit more. Reach out. Chest stays lifted. Again, arms go down. And exhale. Doing things in threes. Let's try once more. Lower down. And exhale. Yes, good job. Turn your right palm to the sky. Keep the legs. Reach backwards. Oh, lengthening through this right torso. Great for the back as well. Hands supporting your weight on your back leg or thigh. Come forward. Hand or elbow drops to the right thigh. Keep that bend in that right knee. Left arm opens up to the ceiling. Once again, if you are feeling like you have more range of motion today, I invite you to bring your hand to the floor. But if you start collapsing forward, it's not right for you. So make sure you're able to keep the chest open. And then slowly we all come up. Soften the legs and then inchworm your foot up. Or if you can take one big step, even better. All right, find a spot to focus on. We're going to start out with our arms to the side and our left heel lifted. Feel free to stay there if you need to. The next option would be to lift the whole foot or to do a little combination of the two. The next option lifts the knee up so it's in line with your hip. And then the next option would be rotating the torso, bringing your right hand to your left thigh, left hand straight back. And of course, if you'd like that last challenge, you can look back over your hand. Oh, that makes it so much harder. Do what you can. Still breathing, yes? Never holding our breath. Take those slow, deep breaths in and out. And let's all release it down. Well done. Shake your feet out. If you need a quick drink, I'm going to grab one. Go ahead and grab it. And we have one more standing sequence to go through here. Now for this one, I'm going to once again face sideways so that you can see better. But you can face front, you can face sideways with me, whatever feels most comfortable for you and easy for you to follow. There are no rules. All right, so we're going to take our left foot forward and turn our right foot sideways. So again, looks like a 3 o'clock position if you were looking at hands of a clock. Our hips are open and our arms extend one front, one back. Good, legs stay straight for this one. We're going into triangle pose. Shift your hips backwards towards the right, reach to the left out over that front hand, and lower the left arm down, revolving that right arm open as if you were trying to press the back of your hand against the wall behind you. Really try to relax into this posture and feel length through the right side of the rib cage, also the left side of the rib cage, and down the left inner thigh and hamstring. You may look up, but if that bothers your neck, you certainly can revolve your head down or forward as needed. Good job. Put the hand down, slowly slide the other hand up the leg. Then we're going to turn our back hip forward. So we reposition our back heel so that it's pointed backwards. And we're going to hip hinge, bending at the hip with the leg straight, bringing the hand to the thigh or to the shin, or of course to the floor if you are able. Try though to straighten out your back if you can. So we tip our tail up and we reach the crown of the head forward. And that is pyramid pose. Stretch for your hamstrings primarily, that left hamstring, your front leg. Are you breathing? Check in. Slowly roll yourself up and then spin both feet facing straight ahead. Going into straddle splits, we'll reach our arms overhead and exhale and dive out over both legs. So that's a wide fold. Drop your chin to your chest, shake it out. And then if you can either grab your towel, or if you wish, you can clasp your hands together so you can hold the towel on the ends and reach or clasp your hands together. Now I can reach my hands easily and clasp, but I still like using the towel for this. It feels like you get a little bit better of a stretch. So you can kind of play with it, see what you like better, what feels better for you. Just kind of observe and then go with that option. Either way, we try to relax our head and then let that neck release. And as we relax and breathe, you might find your shoulders naturally open up a little further and your arms pull up over your head a little bit deeper. So you should feel this in your hamstrings and in your chest and in your shoulders. Maybe that stretch also into your lower back a little as well. Well done. Release the hands down to your back and then come up halfway. Look towards the camera. Bend your right knee. Go ahead and press your weight over to the right side. Feel that left inner thigh stretch. And then come to center and stand and step the feet together. Good. Let's reach our arms overhead. Palms face each other, tall tree. With your toes staying down, see if you can lift just your heels. Looking straight ahead, rising up on your toes. Balancing in this position. One more breath. Heels go down, palms come together, blown palm reach to your right. And then reach to your left. down those obliques. Come back to center, fold out over your legs, however far you'd like to go. Keep your right hand on the outside of your leg or outside of your foot, and take your left hand over the top of that left hand. That's a cute L stretch right there for the side of the back as well. If you walk your hands back a little further, that will deepen that stretch in your side of your back. Good, then come to center, not holding that too long. Bend both knees, hands come up to your thighs. Roll from cat, all the way up. Beautiful, roll your shoulders back. And then guess what? We just have to do the other side and then we get to sit down. It's been a while since we've sat down, isn't it? So this time we're going to turn our right foot forward and our left foot sideways. So going back into triangle pose, our hips are open, our legs are straight. Shift your hips backwards, reach forward over your right hand this time, and really open up the left side of your torso and left hand. It's like you're trying to press the back of your hand all the way to your shoulder blade against the wall behind you. Think about pushing your hip down and lifting your rib cage up. Slowly, hand comes down, walk the hand up the thigh to support your back. Shift the back heel to the back, turning the toes slightly forward. Shoulders, hips, square. Hip hinge, tip, 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 tip. Hands on the thigh, on the shin, or to the floor. Lengthen the back, reaching your crown of your head forward, and your tailbone lifts up. And make sure you find your right hamstring. Slowly, we walk it out of that. Turn our toes, both of them, straight ahead, about 2 shoulder distances apart. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, we fold out over our legs. Good, hands come down. If you'd like, you can use your towel. If not, just interlace your hands up behind your back, and then we'll all extend those arms. Drop in, feeling the stretch through the front of your chest and shoulders. Excellent. Release the towel back to the floor. Hands come to your left thigh this time. Bend that left knee, finding your right inner thigh. Come to neutral, hands on the thigh. Roll all the way up. Head comes last. Slide your feet together. All the way in. Breathe in. Reach the arms up. Find a spot to focus and see if you can lift your heels for tall tree, balancing on the balls of your feet. Heels drop down, palms touch, reach to the left for blown palm, and over to the right. Come back to center. Forward fold over your legs. Left hand to the outside of the leg or foot. Reach the right hand over the top of that palm. Guys, we're done with the standing work. Go ahead, bend your knees now and have a seat. Come down however you can come down, as easy as you can. If you need a quick drink, I'm going to grab one. Go for it. And we're going to move on to our seated postures. So with this next part, we're going to do what's called sitting angular. So I want you to go ahead and take your feet out like a V. Readjust, sit up, and find your sits bones. Sitting up nice and tall here with your abdominal muscles engaged. Lengthen through the top of the head. Breathe in through the nose. And then when you're ready, look towards your left leg. Grab your towel if you have it. Reach your arms overhead. And then exhale and reach forward. And if you can, lay the towel around the back of your foot and pull on the ends with your hand. Now, if you don't have a towel or you just can't reach, it's okay. Put your hands on any part of your leg, stretching to your full potential with your ankle flexed. If you have the towel, you can bend those elbows a little bit and pull yourself into that stretch in a good back position. Drop the towel if you have it. Leave your left hand on the thigh and just gently reach your right arm over your head. We come up and we'll take this left leg, cross it over the top of the right leg. Right hand to the outside of that thigh. Remember this from the warm-up? We're just doing it a diagonal now. Look over your back left shoulder. Pull your abdominal muscles in as you lift and rotate. Come back around and then open this knee to the side. See if you can lay the ankle on the thigh. And you know, it might not stay there. So if you need to slide it down onto your shin, that's okay. Bring your hands behind you, sit tall. And then when or if you're ready, bend your right knee and lift up a little taller. That's our seated figure four stretch that really stretches out that left hip. Maybe rock the legs a little bit from side to side just to kind of massage it, and then see if you can find a deeper position upright. Closer you bring your right leg into your body, of course, that pulls that left leg in closer and deepens the stretch. Are you still breathing? Slow, deep breaths here. Good, let's extend that leg and shoot the other leg back out to the side. Readjust, find your sits bones. Let's shake those shoulders out for a minute and just go ahead and drop one ear to one side. Take the chin down and bring it over to the other side. And bring it down. Good, then grab your towel if you have it. Inhale, arms go up. Rotate into your right leg this time. Flex the right ankle. And if you can, fold, laying the towel around the bottom of the foot, right on the ball. Pull those elbows in and stretch. One more breath, please. How's that feeling for you today? Check in, release the left arm now, and extend it over your head. Big long stretch here for your oblique and lat. Right elbow comes down, or if that's too deep for you, right hand is down. Good, then all the way back up we go. Take this right leg now and bring it over the left thigh or next to it. Sit up tall, left hand to the outside, hug that knee in, and give yourself a little rotation. Rotate back around and then let that right knee open to the side. Slide your hands behind you. Sit up nice and tall, and when or if you're ready, slide that left foot in and then really sit up on the top of those glutes there to really open up that right glute and hip, outer hip. for our lying postures, your favorite part of class, right? Go ahead and stretch those legs out now, and we're going to go ahead and roll down. So make sure you have some mat behind you, and I don't want you to just plop. I want you to go down nice and slow. So I want you to do for a count of 5. Arms out in front of you, curve your spine like a C, draw your belly button up and in like a fish hook, and roll down 5, 4, slow 3, 2, and all the way down. Good job. Let's bring our knees into the chest. We are going to work those abs a little bit here. Hug those knees in first to give your lower back a small break. Breathe in nice and deep, and then hold only the right leg from underneath the knee and shoot your left leg out. And now I want you to pull your abdominal muscles and embrace so that your lower back feels imprinted into the mat. And then switch sides. Left knee comes in, extend that right leg. It does not touch the floor unless you have to. So if it gets too hard, you can always put that foot down. But if not, use your abs here to hold. And again, switch, pull out. Breathe. And switch. This gives us multiple benefits here, working the abs, but also stretching those hamstrings, low back, and glute. One more set each way. Pull that right knee in, hug it in, hold those abs tight. And switch to the other side. And bring both knees in. Well done. Part 2. Let's stretch those legs up to the sky. Once again, try to get the low back down by pulling the abs in. Straighten those legs out as much as you can, pointing through your toes. Draw a circle on the ceiling. These are called corkscrews. They are much more challenging than they appear. So, small circle here, really bracing your abdominal muscles. It's a great way to work your abs without compromising your neck. So any of you that have any cervical issues, this is great. It doesn't do anything for the neck, right? Just works those abs, easy on the low back as well. Go the other direction. Please keep those legs straight, those toes pointed if you can. Tighten up those abs and draw that little circle. Come on, we're almost there. Last 4, 3, 2, and well done. Bend those knees back in. Give yourself a hug. Good job. So now we're going to open up those hip flexors. We're going to go into bridge pattern. Please place your feet flat to the floor, right in underneath your knees. Palms flat to the floor as well. Let's lift our hips up to the sky, squeezing the glutes, and then lower down. 3 times fast. Again, raise, inhale, exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, raise, exhale, lower. Now inhale up and hold your posture, but not your breath. Continue to breathe. Squeezing the glutes here, hold firm, pressing your feet flat into the mat underneath you. Lower those hips all the way down. Relax for a moment, reset the spine, and we're going to do it one more time. Are you ready? Deep breath, inhale, raise the hips, 3 times fast, 1 time slow. Lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Again, inhale, raise, and lower. One more time. Inhale, raise, and lower. And then when you're ready, inhale up and hold. Press. Come on, get up there. Squeeze those hamstrings, keep the feet flat, and press for 4, 3, 2, and good job. Drop those hips all the way down. And let's draw those knees into the chest, please. Give yourself another hug here. We're going to go into our hamstring stretch next. So if you can, drop your left foot to the floor and then extend your right leg up. Now you can grab the hamstring, you can grab the calf, or if you want additional, you know what? We've got this towel. We could use it, bend the knee, put it around the bottom of your foot, and hold on to that instead. Even if you can grab up high on your leg, you might find this option feels better because it puts your back and your shoulders in a nice position. So you decide where you need to be. If you're feeling super flexible today and you need even more, you may straighten your left leg out. That will, oddly enough, deepen that stretch. Holding for at least 3 to 5 breaths. Holding this last couple postures a little bit longer, please. So try to relax, get comfortable, and follow your breath. Always pushing that stretch to just that edge of discomfort, never pain, and never so far that you have to hold your breath. But you should definitely notice that you feel a stretch. Good work. Go ahead and relax that foot. Let's take the knees together. Relax your hands for a minute and just open your knees to the side in little butterfly. And then we're going to do the other side. Are you ready to join me? Knees come together. Left knee comes in. Again, you can grab the back of your leg, or if you want to use your towel like I'm doing, wrap around the bottom of your foot and extend the leg, straightening it out as much as possible. Slow breaths. And release. Relax your fingers. Once again, butterfly those legs open to the side, bottoms of the feet together. Curl your fingers slightly in. Breathe nice and deep through your nose. One more stretch before we finish. Knees together. Lower the legs to the right. Left arm to the side, look left. And if you need to deepen the stretch, take those legs up a little higher, more at a right angle to your body. Head comes to center, walk one leg back at a time, back to neutral. Reset your lower back. Feel free to readjust and shift. And then when you're ready, drop your legs to the left side, and this time look to your right. And last and finally, we finish with Savasana. Bring those legs back to center. Readjust, shift your hips, readjust your shoulders so that your body feels nice and square and straight. And then when and if you're ready, slide your feet out. Now, of course, you can stay with your knees bent if that feels better for you. Let your toes open to the side. Let your palms rest on your abdomen today. Please close your eyes. And I want you to find your breath like we did in the warm-up. And see if you can hear it. I want you to see if you can tune out the other noises around you if there are any. And just get yourself zeroed in on your own breath. Can you make your breath last 1 or 2 seconds longer? lost in your own thoughts? And have you drifted away from your breath? If the answer was yes, don't worry, it happens to us all. But gently bring yourself back to your breath. Good. What I want you to do now is just wiggle your toes. See if you can feel all 10 of your toes when you wiggle them. It's hard, isn't it? It's generally people can feel their big toe and maybe their pinky toe, but those middle ones kind of get lost sometimes. So see where you have connections to. And then maybe wiggle your fingers. That's a little bit easier to feel generally. It's closer to your brain. And then just open and close your hands. Then we're going to roll onto our right side. So what I want you to do first is bend your knees nice and gently. Before you roll to your right side, I just want you to shift your legs only to the right, and then shift your legs only to the left. And then roll your legs and your arm to the right, all the way onto your side, letting your head rest. Please breathe. And then when you're ready, slowly walk it back up. Take your time, opening your eyes and gently coming up. And guess where we finish? We finish in Sukhasana, which is right where we started, correct? Yeah, if you remember back an hour ago. Crisscross those ankles, lift your spine, relax your shoulders. And let's all take our left ear and gently press it to your shoulder. And then take that chin in a diagonal and very slowly roll it to the other side, bringing the ear to the shoulder. And then gently bringing it down and lifting it to the sky. Look up and then look down. Then inhale, arms go up. And exhale, arms go down. Rotate to the right, gently look over your right shoulder, and swing it around to your left. Just getting some mobility back in your spine after laying on it for a little while, right? Come back to the center one last time. Inhale the arms to the sky, palms come to touch, and slowly exhale. I hope that you enjoyed completing this class today as much as I enjoyed sharing it. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you Friday. Namaste.